Adventurers and dungeon masters, do you dream of having custom-made, awesome and fun D&D creatures for your campaigns? Look no further. Follow Yes It's Kata on TikTok for a limited time offer, and that is spelled YESSITSKATA. Yes, it's Kata. Until the 20th of July, you can get your characters custom made for free. Yes, you heard that right, free. And after the 20th, it's still a real steal at just £1.50 per character. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to bring your wildest creations to life. Head over to TikTok and follow Yes It's Kata now, or email at yesitskata024 googlemail.com. That one is dropping an S, so it's just YESITSKATA024 at googlemail.com. Happy adventures. I have seen the work that this person has created, and I tell you what, it's well worth it. Go and check it out. Anyway, catch you again soon. Thanks. Bye. But let's go into the actual episode. So, episode 16 and the recap. Last episode, our band of adventurers awoke back in their cottage in the ocean city of Porth Bree. However, they quickly discovered they were a party member down as Brennan decided to depart, not happy with the current state of affairs. After refreshing themselves, they planned to go to the government building in the hope of a chance encounter with Celadon, and then on to the wrestling later in the afternoon. They got their meeting, and after some difficult questioning from both sides of the table, unveiled that Celadon, though firm in his convictions, might yet be hiding something about his true feelings. Later they went to the amphitheatre and Doodle took on the Man in a wrestling contest. Sadly he lost, but not before putting on an A-plus show. To celebrate, the party took him to the Drunken Fungus, where Opal had an encounter with a man from the Crimson Blade, telling her she is in trouble and should go with him. She couldn't resist his charm, and so followed on. And it's where we find ourselves now, in episode 16. The party is split. Gottel and Rolio are with Doodle at the bar, slinging back drinks. Opal is led outside of the bar, and this is where we're going to begin the episode. Opal is led outside of the bar by our mysterious man, not the mysterious man from previous in the campaign, a new mysterious man. As a reminder, he wears leather armor of the Crimson Blade. It appears to be fashioned like dragon scales, red and with the embossed emblem of the Mercenary Guild. His handsome features and long flowing salt and pepper hair, he leads you across the town to a part of the more upper-class district by the water. You pass the Runzie house and the docks, and arrive at his house right on the edge of the city, which backs onto the forest that surrounds the hill. It has a long driveway and is ringed by high hedges giving total privacy. The house is very large, smooth white stone, red slate roof, and many large windows and balconies adorn it. Opal, you are taken inside. It is very clean, very minimalist. Candles lights its rooms and corridors, of which there are many. You're led through the house to a lounge, which is lavishly decorated with paintings and trinkets from a long life. He offers you a glass, and it is a glass of blood.
Yeah, she takes it. Thank you very much. I need that.
He nods, and he will tell you, welcome, Opal. This is my home, Mar Royal, in the Elvish tongue. In the common tongue, the House of Blood.
What does he talk? Does he speak? What
He's
language?
speaking common. He was
No, no,
just
yeah, but
he
the
announced
name
the name of the house in Elvish.
in Elvis. Okay.
Mar Royal, the House of Blood.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
It's good to be with a fellow vampire and being able to talk about my existence.
Yes, your existence. Opal, Before I tell you why I brought you here, let me tell you a little bit of our history. You see, before the convergence, Our Lady Feyera, although a great ruler, she had a dark and terrible secret. She was a vampire. It was forced upon her. She did not ask or want for it. But it was her fate. She lived in isolation and secrecy, ruling from behind closed doors. The people thought her to be ill, but knew as an elf she would have a long life regardless. She is also known as Iphiliel, the daughter of the moon. She would only ever leave her residence at night to walk under the stars, when there were less people around to see her, or for her to potentially do harm to. He finishes the last draft of his glass. Would you like another drink?
Yes, please. I would like another drink.
And he snaps his fingers, and a servant appears, somewhat like you have, Doodle. But this person is not in fear. They're just, they're clearly a mortal. You smell mortal blood. They're not in fear, but they know that who they serve could take a turn at any moment. And they come in with more drinks, pop them down, take away the empty glasses, bow and leave. And that's when
I say thank you to him.
he nods, and then he looks at his master very like, is that okay? Who nods back. He then looks back to you and concludes his story and says, our kind back then were feared and not at all understood. But after the convergence, she sought to change that perception and work to build a reputation for her kind by using those she could trust and form the Crimson Blade. I helped her in this endeavour, as I have been a loyal servant of hers for 1,000 years. We built such a reputation that people began to trust in us, and hence our position in society today as a mercenary group that aids the Watch and the merchant travellers alike. As he says about 1,000 years, you can see he's not an elf. He is, I think I mentioned it last time, but he is a human. So he's been a vampire for some time.
Okay.
But though we have an understanding, our reputation is always upon a knife's edge. People know we are still vampires, and a danger to them potentially, but for the most part we are trusted and respected. I must become quite grave here, Opal. Tell me, and I know you are not part of our order, but you are one of our kind. What do you think a girl running around the countryside and city killing innocents may do to our reputation as being trusted?
It was a moment of weakness, and I'm not proud of it, but I had to act somehow, and that was the best way at that point that I acted.
I understand. Now, let me tell you, Our Lady built the order to be a family and safe place for all our kind. We can teach you many ways that you can go on without the need for murder, and how to operate in society. And this is where I come in. Although part of the guild, I kind of operate on the fringes. I am what we call a hunter. I seek out those not of the order who might do damage to it, and I usually offer them the choice of join us, and he places his hand and sort of pats the hilt, or die by the sword. You, however, have Our Lady's favour, it would seem, and have been offered a different choice. you can join us, and we will teach you a great many things, and eventually you will even meet Thayer. Or you may walk away. But if you walk away, it comes with a warning. You must remember that your actions have consequences. If not a guild member, we cannot protect you, and if you continue to act in a way that harms our reputation, we may be forced to intervene. It is your choice. We offer you time to consider it.
Thank you for the offer, and I do understand. It's something that um is very interesting and would have been because as your lady, it was the same for me. It was forced to me without asking as a child, which, as you can understand, it has been a very difficult situation. I never asked for it. I never wanted, and for 500 years, I'm just struggling to understand why it happened. Um, it's a very intriguing offer, and it's something that I would like to try. But on the other hand, I've got my fellow party members that I cannot abandon them. So I don't know if there is a way of not turning down this offer.
Let
But
me
also,
let me come
but
out with character mode and give you the mechanics of how this will work. If you join the order, actually, no, I'll do it the mechanics wise. This is how it would be explained to you, um, NPC to PC. But let me tell you the mechanics of it. So, if you joined the order, Opal can use downtime while in Paw 3 to go to the House of Blood. So, for example, you do your day's activities, which might be, I don't know, 6 a.m. to 5 p.m., something like that. At which point, instead of going to the bar with Gottel, which has been going on quite a lot, you could instead say, well, at 7 o'clock, you're going to go to the House of Blood, do some training, after which by 11 p.m. you go home, you go to bed, you still have enough rest, you're not exhausted. So it's like a downtime activity during your evening's rest. Um, in doing so, after a period of a week or more, depending on what you want to achieve, with each visit, you can do skill checks. And successful skill checks, you can level up skills. So, for example, if you said, I want to level up stealth, which is quite convenient for what you're being speaking about here, after 1d4 weeks, if more than 75% of your skill checks are successful, then you can take an extra point to boost, like stealth, for example. You need to do at least 4 out of 7 days training, or an additional week will be added if you can't do 4 out of 7 days. But that's what he would kind of like hint at you. But I
mhm,
can't, I can't really put that
that's
into
fine.
a PC to NPC conversation. I can't really put the mechanics in there because it's not gonna. There's no way I can compute, like translate that. So that's the mechanics of it. So it's not that I'm
Yeah.
taking you away from the party. It's that happens in your downtime, and you can
So
have that happen in the background. We can just do a couple of rolls and say, right, you've successfully rolled, you haven't successfully rolled, or you can role play stuff out in your downtime as well. It's like there's no,
mhm,
it's not saying this just happens in the background. If you want to role play it, you can role play it, and that's the way I
um,
envisioned it.
so yeah, that's a very good offer. And what about if we are traveling? How can I communicate with you? Are there any similar houses around the country that people of the order go and train other than here? Or how can I? Because it is something that interests me a lot. Of course, I never had training because I never wanted to be found by my maker, by my sire, and I need somebody to guide me, of course, even though I have been so many years a vampire, I still feel as if I need guidance. So, how can this work if we are away traveling? Do you have stations that of the order?
There are hunters all around the world, and I can, of course, send communications to them and let them know of you and your situation and our relationship, but I would be primarily responsible for your training. While you are abroad from Portbury, we can find solutions to help you. But my interest is in primarily making you a more rounded citizen of our organization, where you are not compelled to attack farmers, for example. Yes, it has reached our ears, hence why I'm coming to you now. And there
I was
are,
hungry.
yes, I am sure, and I have heard of other instances. You are drawing far too much attention to yourself and us.
Well, I tried to. I found this inn where they were willing people helping,
Yes,
and
there are
unfortunately, when I came back, it was taken by
there
the
are
pirates.
whores, you are right, who are willing to sell their blood for money, which is acceptable. Unfortunately, yes, you are right. This pirate, Robert Runsie, he has been causing some problems, but I believe there is a plan to deal with this.
Oh, great!
Your friends and yourself are to be met with a dwarf tomorrow. This is, bear in mind, this is still the same evening from the last episode. You are to be met by a dwarf tomorrow and taken to a meeting, I believe. It's going to take you a few days, but you are to meet the watch commander. So, I would recommend you do that.
In the meantime, what do you suggest of feeding grounds?
I will give you a secret of our order. You may have not known this. We do not feed on humans unless, and we have an understanding with the watch. The watch commander does not agree with this. I will warn you. So do not bring it up when you meet with him. He does not agree. But within the watch, those guard, those watchmen who come across people who are serial murderers, rapists, child killers, the worst scum this city has to offer. They could deal with them themselves, but wishing to exact a punishment upon them, they generally bring them to us. And those of us who are much older than you, we hunger, of course, but we have learned to control it. We can go much longer without feeding. And so only those who are really particularly hungry will feed on the worst scum the city has to offer. Otherwise, we are content with animal blood. It is not the same, but it does the job.
What about, for example, if because we are adventuring and sometimes we do have encounters of thieves or other people who will fight with us. What about at these situations if I have been attacked and they are, can I?
Not all who are bad deserve to die. Maybe they deserve leniency. Maybe you can offer them a chance to live. You doesn't Not everybody who does evil deeds deserves to die. And should you be so willing to cause it death, do you become any better than them? A thief does not necessarily deserve to die. So, to drain them, your soul is condemned already, but do they deserve it? They are but a thief.
I have a question outside of character. So when there is like a fight, we do kill NPCs. Do you see what I'm saying? Because when we have a fight, we will kill NPCs. We will kill
Uh,
people like you with your attack.
yeah,
Do you
absolutely.
see? So when you do that, you still kill them. In this situation, when there is a situation like that, that we will be killing, can she fed? This is what she meant.
I will always. It depends on the fight. I also behind the screen now. This is going behind the screen. I I plan out the fight and I'll say, what is this NPC's intention here? If they want to murder you and they are going to fight to the death, then yes, you could feed on that person. There would be no
I can
repercussions.
ask you. I can ask you on the phone, the beginning of the fight, if
No, I
it is
think
something
I
that's
would. I'd rather
acceptable.
you didn't. I'd rather you just gauged it for yourself because that's more in character. Gauge it yourself. But I mean, certain people might want to fight you to the death. At which point, yeah, it's all fair game. But some people might try and withdraw from the fight, and if they try and withdraw from the fight, then draining them would possibly be an evil act. You know, you're going to have to gauge that for yourself, and this is
So
part
this
of
is
the
like doing some perception
something
to
like that.
see.
It's all part of
Okay.
this guild thing. It's like they want to teach you how to operate as a vampire,
Yeah. Okay.
um, in the best interests of themselves and for your safety as well.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Okay.
is there anything else you want to ask him, or shall we jump over to the boys in the pub?
No, I think she's happy with it, and yeah. So far, as far as I understand, is that I will be drinking from animals, and then and then I can come here and train and feed, and then if I go away.
If you were to question him on the blood you had, it's from a, a human who was sentenced to death.
No, I
Um,
haven't. I didn't
yeah,
question anything.
if you did, that's where it come from. He was sentenced to death, and he was a prolific murderer. Basically, caught by the watch, and they had him killed, and the vampires took the blood for themselves.
Okay, so if I need to, so you said that I can come here and train. Uh, Does this mean that I can? Do I need to announce myself? Is there a specific time? Can I message you somehow? What will be the form of communication between us?
You may arrive by 7 p.m. each evening. I will know it is you. You must not worry too much.
Okay, thank you for that. I think
You are most welcome.
that's a great plan.
All right. Well, let's jump to the boys in the bar. You're there with Doodle. Not celebrating a victory, but just celebrating his, how well he done in the wrestling. How goes it?
I'm just gonna carry on drinking my bum cocktails.
Bum cocktails, Guinness.
Yes, a bit of that. Going on. Maybe keeping an ear out for any local gossip there.
Well, what you do get is that dwarf artificer. He's in the pub and he hasn't seen you in ages. Obviously, so we're going back to the earlier episodes, and he'll come to Gottel and sort of bring a mug of Guinness and pop it in front of you, whether you want it or not, and he'll plonk himself down and he'll say, "Ah, it's our wee metal man." He's a bit drunk. I also realised I didn't give him a name previously, so he is currently unnamed. Do you remember me, lad?
Well, I kind of do, but I don't remember your name. You'll have to pardon me there. I don't know, I don't want to be rude and all that, but for the sake of today, shall I just call you Bob?
No, Stefan Iron Grocket.
Iron Grocket. That wouldn't be the Iron Grockets of Muffin Lane, would it there?
Muffin Lane? I can tell you've met my sister.
I may have made some deliveries to the house in the past, yes.
Oh, excellent. Well, then he lifts up his mug of Guinness to you. Do you raise yours?
Oh, yeah. Gonna raise a mug of Guinness in return, haven't we?
He clanks it against yours and up the bum, and no harm done.
Well, let's have a few more drinks first, shall we?
I like your spirits, sir. I recall I was here some time ago. It must have been about a month ago. And we spoke of the potential of some upgrade to your machinery, sir, that would enable you to feel the full effects of and he in full dwarf, although he's very well dressed, full dwarf mode, glugs down this beer and is all going over his whiskers and down his front. Ha ha! Yes, the full effects of a Guinness, sir.
Well, grand and all that, but, can it be turned off and on again?
Oh, I must speak to my master on that front. But what I wanted to tell you was my master is in town again, and he's very interested in meeting you, sir.
It's so. Well, that could be a thing. Oh, yeah, definitely ask him if it can be turned off and on again. Because I can see myself winning a few drinking bets that way. Not in this town, obviously.
I'm sure we can find a way, sir, to do just that. And he drains the rest of his mug off. Well, just to let you know, he is back in town. If you wish to find a way to this beautiful land of inebriation, then come and seek us out.
I will bear that in mind. Timetables allowing and all that. But for now, allow me to get you a drink.
Well, most kind, sir, most kind.
Do you want a big drink or a little drink?
Well, I believe it comes in pints now.
Well, it depends what it is you're drinking, doesn't it? But yeah, we'll go and get a pint. Go and get a pint. So we'll go across to the bar and see the barman there and get 3 pints.
3 pints? You buy me 3 pints? Lovely.
Well, I thought I might have a pint, and I thought that my colleague might have a pint as well. But you can have 3 pints if you want.
Oh, I see. Well, yes, yes. 3 pints. 3 pints. Come on, let's all have 3 pints. And he shouts across to
That's 9 pints. Good grief. Right, okay, so 9 pints. Solid.
What was the name of the barman in the Drunken Fungus? It was Fawcett Knob. He shouts across, Fawcett, man! Fawcett! 9 pints of Billis!
And can we have a spirit chaser with each of those, please?
And a bum cocktail for everyone.
Well, not everyone, just us 3. I'm paying.
No, I insist.
No, I said I'd get you a drink, and drink I'd get you 3 pints and 3 bums. That's right. So, away you go. But don't go handling any heavy machinery afterwards. And don't drive a car or anything like that,
Well, this is my business. I do all sorts of heavy machinery. Lovely, right? So he's quite content to drink with you.
Rightio. And how much does that come to?
I said we're not doing silver because I can't be bothered to work it all out. Call it 9 gold. That would be your businesses and I think he'll probably front the chasers on his tab.
Right, I'll deduct that, and I'll take my colleagues' beers and chasers across to him.
Thank you very much.
There you go. You don't have to go to the bar for a little while. You're all sorted there. I can
I
settle in.
think I'm going to the bar for the rest of the night.
I'm starting to think though I might have to introduce silver as a currency because I think gold's getting a little bit too, a bit much for certain transactions. 1 gold for a beer is a bit. Yeah, I might.
I always saw a gold as a quid. So.
Yeah, it's fine. So,
maybe.
I can always do a little comedy slot one night to earn it back from Fawcett. So easy come, easy go.
Easy come, easy go.
1 gold is like 1 sovereign.
Yeah.
He is.
So that's
It's
you
still
guys.
a pound.
You're currently entertaining this in the bar. I don't want to move you on. I mean, if you're quite happy to be drinking, if is Gospel going to jump up and do a comedy skit? Are we going to have one of those off the cuff, or?
I think that for the moment, there's little chance of an off-the-cuff comedy routine with me having the migraine earlier. But
Yes.
I will leave you with one thought in your head that Gottle's therapist told him to write a letter to everybody that he hated and then burn it. So he did. Write a letter to everyone that he hated and then burn them, because it's more than one letter. So he did that, and now he's unsure what to do with the letters.
Well, in the Drunken Fungus, the crowd sort of goes a little bit. The mob goes a bit quiet and onto a makeshift stage, which Gossel is all too familiar with. A halfling pops up. He's in advanced years. I imagine probably Bilbo in Fellowship. Gold, grey hair and bit portly, but he's had a good life. And he jumps up and he says, hello everybody. I've come up to tell a few jokes. Anybody want to hear them?
Yeah.
He looks a bit like not confident. But he's like, well, let me tell you a joke about my wife. Do you want to hear a joke about my wife?
Yeah.
Go on, yay! Tell us about your wife.
Well, she got out of the bath the other day. Silly bugger. She slipped and did the splits. And she landed on the tiles and got stuck to them, you see? Her fanny got stuck to the tiles.
Oh my God! It's Benny Hill reincarnated in short form.
And everyone's like looking around like, okay. I got another one. I sent I sent a messenger to my wife the other day, and I said, do you know the difference between the curtains and toilet paper? And do you know what she said?
No.
Exactly that, sir. No, and I sent the messenger back to say, well, it was you then, you dirty bugger. People are probably reacting much as you are. Just, they're not like, okay, all right, fair enough. Would anybody like some more? No? Oh.
Keep firing away. Keep firing away. You're driving my prices up next time I do a gig.
Well, oh, did you hear the one? Now, the king said there was a monetary bonus for farmers who were outstanding in their field. So I went out and stood in my field. I didn't get no military bonus. He's waving his arms like, this is the funny part. Come on.
Sip my business.
Oh. And you start to hear the crowd going, get off the stage! Oh, all right. I hope I'm getting paid.
Probably not. But yeah, I'm just gonna just not keep eye contact with him.
Is Rodeo going to go up and tell some jokes
Definitely not.
for the comedy evening?
No, really is not a funny man.
Everyone's got to start somewhere. That's not a bad gig. He got up and he did his stuff. So fair dues.
He did.
Yes.
You see him sat at the end of the bar looking rather sad and knocking back a Guinness.
Go and buy him a pint and console him slowly.
I thought I was rather funny.
Well, people in the room thought you were funny, I'm sure.
I don't think they did. This was my last hope, this was. My wife said she's going to leave me if I don't make a success of myself.
But she won't be able to get far. She's still stuck to the tiles.
At least one person got it.
Well, it's more than you did last night with your wife being stuck to the tiles and all that.
Oh, that's very true. That's very true. Thank you, sir. You've uplifted my spirits.
There you go. Have a pint on me. There you go. Have a pint.
Thank you very much. Maybe we can get together at some point and well, I don't think you want any of my materials, but we could, share, and I could learn.
You're learning all the time. Just watch the world around you and poke a stick at it, and something funny will fall out. I'm sure.
Well,
just don't give up. Don't give up. That's the thing. If you give up, the bastards have won.
He offers you a hand. My name is Phineas Mayhew. And
Phineas, is it? Oh, damn it.
Phineas
I'm gonna have to
Mayhew.
remember that.
And thank you very much, sir. I hope we can have a better set next time.
Well, you showed a lot of bravery there. You got up on the stage. You did your stuff. Nobody threw anything at you, so it's a success.
I think you're probably right.
Phineas, you say?
Phineas Mayhew.
Mayhew. And what's your other line of business, Phineas?
Well, I used to be a bit of a blacksmith, a bit of a farrier, but the business has dried up a bit lately.
A bit of a farrier. Does that mean you only put one shoe on at a time?
Exactly. I don't have enough arms to do all of the hooves at once.
Very well. There's bound to be a lot of jokes you can make about putting shoes on horses. I mean, bloody hell, just doing the laces up is going to be difficult for them.
Very good, sir. Very good. I like it. Very good.
So joke about what you know. Make it funny. You know, horse walks into a bar, the barman says, "Why the long face?" That sort of thing.
Oh, I never thought of something like that. Brilliant.
You know,
I like it.
you can have that one for free, so you can. Hey,
Oh, thank you very much, sir. It's very kind of you.
right. Well, I'll leave you to have a drink, but don't get downhearted and despondent, and get yourself booked in for another set. But say what you see, do what you know,
I
and
will.
just
I will do that,
keep
sir.
prodding.
I should do that, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
And
Thank
I'll
you very much.
wheedle off back towards I've forgotten the character name.
Rolio.
Rolio.
And Doodle, but Doodle has fallen asleep.
Doodle's fallen asleep, you say?
I say.
Well, Rolio, have you got anything in your kit back there that'll dye his eyebrows orange?
No, but we could probably use the dagger to shave his eyebrows off.
Well, that might be a bit much, but I'll see what I've got. Have I got anything there? Oh, damn it, I haven't got anything funny in the equipment bag at all. Don't know what kind of bloody comic comes. Oh, I've got my disguise kit. Let's disguise him as something.
Opal,
Disguise him as the man.
would you like to be joining them at this point?
Right, here, you grab the eyeliner and the slap, and I'll grab the blush and the blemish stick. Let's give him a bit of a makeover while he's asleep. So when he looks in the mirror, all hungover, he thinks he's somebody else. That'll be funny. Go on.
Yes, I'm gonna help out on that.
Yep. So we're going to do some butler face painting
Excellent.
with me disguise kit. 'Cause I'd forgotten I had that. That'll do.
Howdy.
That'll work.
Are you rejoining Opal?
Yes, I am.
Yep. So at this
Opal,
point,
come and paint this butler with us.
you see them.
What happened?
Yeah, you see them. The pub is starting to empty out a bit, and you do see that they are doing this to Doodle, who's fallen asleep across the table.
Oh, what happened here? What are you doing?
We're redecorating.
Dougal can't handle his books. Well,
I can help.
Right. Grab some of that. Put some of that on. Do that. There you go. Hurrah. Has anybody got any glue? I'll go and ask the barman whether he's got any glue or some very thick broth or anything.
He said, I don't have any glue, but I do have a horse out back. We could melt its feet off if you like and make some glue.
No, that's too long. But if we can cut his tail or a little bit of his tail off, just trim the hair a little bit, we can give our butler a fancy new wig.
Oh, yes, we can do that if you like. That's it. He was Scottish. He wasn't Irish at all. He was Scottish. Aye, we can do that. We can trim his tail hairs.
Right, so back to the butler with a load of horse's hair and whatever gums and sticky stuff is in the disguise kit to stick it on with. Let's give him some amusing mustaches and comedy eyebrows.
Excellent.
massive eyebrows.
And
There we go.
and Fawcett Knob will say, "Listen, the time has come. I must lock up the doors. It's very late. Leave him there. He can wake up in the morning and I'll sort him out with some breakfast and a glass of water. But as you're all awake and able, I must send you out of the bar. Now, back to your abodes."
I mean, you could just go home and leave us with the keys.
I
We
live
sure
here.
won't drink much.
I don't have to go very far. I live here.
So you can have a drink with us then and carry on, can't you, Fawcett? Go on, you know you want to.
He
Bit of a
comes out from
rocket.
behind the bar with his keys, shuts the doors, locks them. Aye, what will it be?
You got anything, exciting for after hours?
Drinks are on me, and I do have something rather exciting. And he goes behind the bar and he starts taking spirits. And he pours them all into different glass, or lots of different spirits into one glass and repeats the process. This, gentlemen and late, in fact, I never actually questioned this. Are you old enough to be in here?
Guardians here, and they allow me to come in.
Well, who am I to judge? And he pops these very obvious, like cocktail style glasses on the bar. This is a Vesper. And it's a mixture of vodka, bin, bum, Bina Billet, and Balmouth.
Nice.
Right. You haven't got any babsinthe to put in that, have you?
He points, and he, for like a pause, and he puts babsinthe in all of it.
Oh, that'll continental it up just nicely, so it will.
I would like everyone to roll, including, I'm going to roll one for him, a Constitution saving throw, because this could bring your guts up.
Yeah, it's called the kryptonite. This guy from Scotland, mate.
19 plus. Did you say?
Con.
Ah, con.
Yeah.
22.
You're fine.
19.
He rolled a natural 20, by the way.
I got a dirty 20.
The DC is 20. Now, I don't know how to handle this because I'm not entirely sure that Gottel can be sick.
There's not a lot to come up.
I think it goes in, and then Gottel's just like, this doesn't agree with me. And he just opens his mouth, and like it comes back out again.
Oh, hang on. Let me just say that I'm resistant to poison, so I should get advantage.
Oh, go on then.
So 21 on the
Yeah.
second roll, because I am resistant to poisons.
Everybody but Gottel is completely hammered on this one drink. You weren't sick, but you are completely hammered.
That
Do
is
you have
a
any
masterpiece.
Cosmopolitan?
And by this point, what was his name? Fawcett. Yeah. What?
Cosmopolitan. I like that, and it will help me come up.
Oh.
I think we might have broken the barman.
It's okay. He will survive.
He goes to sleep.
Right. So, shall we lock up and post his keys back through the letterbox?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leave him to it. So we'll
Is he going to be okay by himself?
we'll arrange him on a comfortable thing on his side. On a little bench.
For you guys and for people watching, listening, that was almost quite a Vesper. If you watch Casino Royale with Daniel Craig, he actually just explains the cocktail, the Vesper, which is the original James Bond martini. And I tell you what, I have had one before. In fact, I've had several before in a bar, and I struggled to get out the door. They are very strong.
That's why I thought it just needed a little touch of absinthe.
Yeah. That would put you. I mean,
Absinthe is evil.
Absinthe is the second most evil spirit in the world.
If you follow if you follow Ian Fleming's recipe for a Vesper, it is an evil drink. Adding absinthe, I mean, would kill you. I think.
Yes, well, it's fine. So absinthe's fine. I had it in France. It was lovely. It's very nice.
But
No.
watchers,
I wouldn't drink.
listeners,
I wouldn't drink much of it. Let's put it that way.
watchers, listeners.
I had to teach the day after, and it wasn't pleasant.
I can imagine. But yeah, watchers, listeners, players. If you haven't tried a Vesper, I do urge you to go and do it. It is it's a lovely drink.
Please drink responsibly and don't buy too much Guinness. There you go.
Yes, there you go. That's the disclaimer. We've done our bit. Right, so
arrange this barman safely and get out and post his keys back so he's all right. And so
we're leaving the Drunken Fungus and heading for home.
Very, very Waverly.
Very Waverly.
It's Waverly Place.
Your trip home, however, does not go without a hitch, unfortunately. You're heading through the streets, possibly singing a shanty if anyone wants to regale us with a tune. Are we going to have any takers? No.
No.
I
Just
should
coming
provide you.
back.
Sorry, I missed you there because I was reading the recipe of the Vesper.
I will.
Wait, you say it?
I will regale you with a. As you're sort of like strolling through the streets, you might hear the odd dog barking as you're walking through, or someone leaning out a window going, "Shut up, you bloody drunkards!" And you're, "Oh, fuck off, fuck off." Except for Gossel, of course, who isn't currently actually drunk.
No, but I can act it, and
You
I can
can act
also
it.
hunt out some traffic cones to see if I can put them on people's heads for them. Because
Yes.
it's always amusing to me.
There aren't traffic cones in this world, but you could probably arrange some horse feces in a decorative manner that might.
No. I think not. Maybe a washing board shaped into a hat, something like that. I don't know. Pair of bloomers off a washing line stuck on somebody's head in amusing fashion. But I think I'll stop short of the actual horse manure helmet.
Fair enough.
There.
Fair enough. Well, as you're walking
Got to
back,
travel with these buggers afterwards when they sober up, you know.
as you're making your way through the town, you hear a young woman calling out from an alleyway, going, "Help! Help! Help me, please!" Do you help, or do you just walk on?
No, I head towards the noises.
I mean, you know, are we carrying the butler?
No.
What is
I think
happening?
you
Did we
left
leave
Why
him back
are
at the
you
pub?
going that way?
I think you left him to sleep on the table.
We did, yeah.
All right, so I'd have dragged him out by his ankles and banged his head on every cobble. Little lightweight shit. But there you go. Right, let's go towards the noises. Be fine. Right,
It's
so
it's a street fairly close to where you're heading, but yeah, you down some side road, you just hear this help, help, help me, and
Somebody needs help.
you're you find a young lady, and her dress, she's wearing just a thin dress. It's torn, it's ripped. She looks like she's been in a fight, and she sees you all coming, and she, "Please don't hurt me. They already have."
Who's hurt you?
I don't know, some thieves. They
what
attacked
thieves?
me.
Where?
Well, they're gone now, but they just left me here, and I'm sorry. I'm just so alone.
Opal goes close and she holds her hand and it's like, "It's okay, you're safe now."
Thank you. Please, can you help me? She's a young woman. She's like in like 18, 19. Sort of.
Where is your house?
Oh, I can't remember the name of the road. My dad used to live there, but he ran away.
Can I look around and see if there's any evidence of a struggle? Can I do that?
Yeah.
What are we doing? Perception check
Yeah, you could do perception.
or investigation?
Or investigate. Either one, whichever you're strongest in.
I find the street. It's definitely a street. Definitely
What did you roll?
5.
Even with a 5, because it's not a nat 1. Even with a 5, it looks like something happened here.
Right. So something's definitely happened.
Where did
Flock
they
was ripped
go?
and everything.
And she points back down the alleyway you came by. So, they went that way.
And what happened? Did they stop you? Why were you here by yourself?
They dragged me off, and they threatened to kill me, and they stole everything I had.
What did you have?
I had some gold. I had supplies for my siblings, and they took them all.
And where do you live now? Where can we take you?
We're orphans. We have nowhere to go.
Who is we? You're by yourself.
My siblings and me.
Where's the rest? Where's the rest of you?
We're just living on the street. We're just staying by a. We're just staying somewhere up in the town. I don't want to tell you because I don't know who you are.
Can I do an insight check to see if she's lying?
Yeah.
19 again for the same dice. 19 in total.
I think I know who she is.
Insight is not a lie detector test, but her body
No,
language.
it's not like it's not like a
It's not.
spell.
No,
It's
and
just-
it's not a lie detector test, but you get the impression from her body language that she's hiding something. She's not being forthcoming.
Mm-hmm.
Would Rodeo recognize her? Not recognize her, but recognize.
No, there's nothing.
No.
You've never met this person.
What
No,
is
but
your name?
family
Oh, sorry.
features.
My name is Sarah.
Weird.
I don't know. What do you
How
think?
much did they steal off you there?
I don't know. I had about 2 gold pieces and some stale bread and vegetables.
Right. Well, here's a couple of provisions and 5 gold pieces. Go get yourself home.
Thank you very much, sir.
Knock that off.
But
Now then.
I must say, and if you're looking at her, it's where she begins to shift.
Oh.
It's not fucking enough. You cretins, you murderers, you killed my fucking mother, and now you're going to fucking pay for it with your lives. As she shifts from this young girl into quite an imposing 6 foot tall Cambion female. She's still got the ragged dress on. She's not wearing armor or nothing, but this red devilish flesh, this these devilish wings behind her. She's very muscular, and she changes into a true form, and in her hand forms this, not a blade, but like this staff that's bladed on the end. I suppose a bit like a very long shafted mace.
A halberd?
No, more like a mace.
Mace.
More like a blunt instrument, but with blades on it. It says, I knew after the wizards were sniffing round my house, and I questioned them, I would find you sooner or later. And here you are. My trap has been sprung. And with that, we shall roll initiative.
Does anyone know what the hell she's on about?
Succubus, episode 2 or 3.
What's so cute?
Oh, the succubus!
Yeah, I kind of clicked on straight away, but I got no way that Rodeo would know.
I knew you did, yeah. I could see it.
13. Sorry, 13. Rolled 13, 14.
There had to be a 20 on the initiative.
So
I'm stuck on this number today.
No, 19.
It's so weird.
I think
So I rolled a 15, but I have +4. Oh, sorry, do I have +4? Yes, I have +4,
so.
so it's
19.
19.
Let me roll for the Cambion child. And I just need to rearrange things. What's your dex score, please, Opal? Because she's rolled the same as you.
+4.
Fuck me, both +4. You're the player, I will let you go first. So we'll have Gottel, we will have Opal, we'll have Cambion, and then we will have Rolio. Now, these guys are pretty tough. I will tell you that straight off the bat. We are up to there. And it is that one. Alright, so you are in an alleyway. Imagine it's like an alleyway that leads into like a little courtyard between houses and stuff. And it's quite late at night. Pardon me, it's quite late at night, but you might notice like a few candles and windows. Like people are like, what the fuck's going on out there? You're faced with this Darth Maul-esque female figure with this sort of like big long bladed staff. But we are going with Gottel first, then it'll be Opal.
How far off is she from where I am then?
I would imagine you've all got in, like, unless you want to disagree, you're all fairly close. I would say you're all within 10 feet, like, checking her out, maybe going in to help her and lift her up and pick this person up off the floor. And that's when she's transformed.
Righty ho, that's grand. So it's grand. So I'll just smack her in the face with rapier.
Go for it.
23
That hits.
for 8.
8
Zorro
points of
damage. 8 points of Zorro. That's right.
No problem. That would put her at... Yep, lovely. Thank you very much. She sort of takes it and gives you a grin. For what you have done to me, that is not enough. You will have to do a lot more.
I'm just getting my blade sharpened.
You've caused me a world of hurt. You think your little whippet of a blade is going to do much more than what you've already
Oh, get used to it. I support all them athletic.
We move on to Opal.
Yeah, sorry, I was reading. She's taking out her sword, and attack her.
Yep.
$20.
Hits. You're all doing very well so far. She's got quite a high AC as well.
I'm so blind. 9 hit points of damage.
So again, you broke up as you said it.
Sorry, 9 hit points of damage.
9. That's cool. Excellent. So that's... I was going to reduce down the... Because Cambions are probably outside of your ability level, but actually, you're doing quite well already.
Also, before you proceed, as a bonus action, I am shifting. So I assume my more
Animalistic
bestial
form.
appearance. Yep.
Yep. That's absolutely fine. Let me see now. She's going to... So it's her attack now. She's going to make... She's going to make a... To begin with, well, I say it's like a cudgel type mace thing. They call it a spear, but it doesn't really work out for what it looks like. She's going to try and attack you with that. Let me see who she's going to attack. There's 3 of you. You're all attacking her. In fact, I think actually it's no, because Rodeo hasn't actually attacked her yet. So we're just going to go 1 to 2 is Opal, 3 to 4 is Gottle. It is 4, so it's Gottle. She's coming for you. And she's going to use this melee weapon, which is a 17 plus 7 to hit, I'm afraid.
Well, that just misses.
I'm glad to hear it.
Go on, how much damage?
It's actually not too bad. So she's using 1 hand. 2 hands. Yeah, so it's going to be 6 points of damage with that. And then she's going to use Fire Ray. If you're listening to this or watching this and you know of Cambions, I'm not using it the way it was rules as written. I am going to split the attacks between spell and melee because it makes it more interesting. So the second attack is her Fire Ray, which hits for 23 points of damage. 23 to hit, sorry.
Yes.
Yep. And that does a total of 6, 8, 8 points of fire damage on top.
I'm now glowing like a little cherry brazier.
So she smacks you with this cudgel thing and then maybe extends a hand and a blast of fire comes out. But that is her turn and she's looking desperate, like around at all 3 of you, looking for where the next attack might come from. But she's strong in her convictions that she's going to win this fight for her and her kind. Rodeo, you're up.
Yeah, cool. Radio's going to do his standard and move back as far as he can on that one, and then cast Moonbeam on her.
Yes.
It's
absolutely.
Con 14 save.
Let me see. Con 14 save. 8. No, 11.
If she fails, it's 2d10 damage. So it's 10 points of damage
Oosh.
on that one, and she's engulfed in flames for that.
What type of is it? Radiant.
Yes.
Just trying to find if there's a bonus to that. No, there's nothing that it doesn't make any difference. Sadly, I was going to see if she was like weak to it, but she's not, which is annoying.
On the start of each. It says on each of your turns after you cast as well. Oh, yeah, it's fine. Each of her turns, she takes damage again.
Cool. Yep, no, that's fine.
For 10 minutes.
In that case, we come back around to Gottle.
I am going to cast Dissonant Whispers on her arse.
Okay.
So I require a wisdom saving throw.
I have rolled a 6 and her wisdom 7.
So she fails that, and she takes 7 psychic damage, but must instantly use her reaction to fuck off.
Run away. Okie dokie.
So target reaction to move as far as its speed allows away from me.
She can move. Well, I'll go with this one. She can move. The maximum speed is 60 feet flying. There is one adjoining alleyway to this sort of little square between streets. She will go through. I'm going to say Rodeo and Opal. So you guys get to make. In fact, all 3 of you can make opportunity attacks because she has to leave all of your threat. So all 3 of you can attack her as she tries.
I don't
to
have
move away.
Warcast on this one. Damn
I have Warcaster, but I just cast a spell. I guess I'm going to have to hit her with. Oh, I can hit her with a cantrip. I'm going to hit her with Vicious Mockery as she goes past. So another Wisdom save.
That is a 15, 16.
So she saves that, but she's going away with some really bad insults flying after her bum.
12 pixels. 19 to hit.
Yep. Just.
And is it 1d6 plus 1d4 cold?
Whatever your custom thing says. I haven't got it
Yeah.
open. I can't tell you.
Well, it says 1d6, 1d4. It doesn't say 1d6 plus 1d4.
It'll be
just
1d6 piercing, then 1d4 cold, I'd imagine.
right. So,
Without having it open, I can't tell you exactly.
4 piercing, 4 cold.
Yep. She's resistance to cold. So what was the cold damage?
4.
4. Oh, and what was the piercing?
4.
So only 4 points in total. Because resistance to both.
Nice.
That will put it on. Okay. And Opal? You're breaking up again.
Did you say it's like an opportunity attack?
Yeah, because she's fleeing now.
Can she do a cantrip, or do I need to do an actual attack?
Do you know what? I've never had it come up. I'm gonna say you can do whatever you like. That's gonna go off as a reaction to her fleeing.
Okay, I point on her, and she can hear bells in the air all around her. She needs to do a wisdom saving throw.
Is this Toll the Dead?
Yep.
Is it only applicable to undead?
No.
No.
Undead are, I think, are not
It's
susceptible to it because it's necrotic damage. It's for everybody else.
Oh, okay. All right. Fair enough.
anyone that's taken damage.
Yeah.
Okay. So what was the wisdom save? Sorry.
It's a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah. And what was the DC unbeaten?
Sorry, didn't find it.
Because I have 18 at the moment. It's just.
Yeah, you pass.
It passes. All right. So we hear this, or they hear this Tolerus. Dong. Dong. But what does it do?
Oh, nothing. She doesn't get any damage.
There's nothing. So she hears this.
Yeah, if she
ringing,
failed,
but-
she would
yeah.
have get damage.
Okay. So we hear this, or she hears this ringing in her ears and shakes it off, but is still fleeing down this opposing passageway. So that's your that was Gossel's turn, I believe, which would put us at Opal's turn.
So did you say she's 60 feet away from
60
us?
feet flown away, yeah.
Okay, so sorry, I'm just looking.
That's all right.
My range. So you can see that there is a beam of crackling energy coming out towards her, and I will need to do a ranged spell attack. $19. 16 this time plus 3.
Well, it hits.
So she takes 8. So force damage. She just did an Eldritch blast.
So what was the damage? You broke up again. What was the damage number?
It was 8 force damage.
8 force damage. Okie dokie. Yeah, she takes that. No problem.
And that's my go.
It is her turn again. She flies an additional 60 feet. She's now 120 feet away from you. So, as a group, are you pursuing her, or are you just gonna? She's gone.
Do we let her go? Because she's got siblings. They could come back in bigger numbers.
Can we catch her though? She's flying.
I can reach her with one spell.
Yeah, we can continue. I don't know. Gothard, what do you think?
Yes, after I think it's only one round that it affects her for Dissonant Whispers.
Just one
She can
round.
come back to us if she wants. I think it's just that round that makes her bugger off.
Well, she at least went 60 feet away, and let me see. Let me do a wisdom check. Gottel, roll me a d20 and add your wisdom to it.
That'd be a 6.
Yeah, she's. Is she wise enough? Well, you rolled a 6. She rolled a 12. She will come back. She flies back the 60 feet. She can't reach any of you because you were all surrounding her and she left. She will cast Fire Ray at two. So Gottel, she'll cast Fire Ray at you. That is a 14 plus 7.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to hit. And it's the 1, 2, 6, 7, 8. 10 points of fire damage. She casts at you from the exit of this alleyway into your courtyardy bit.
Oh, you can imagine this sort of, how your burners or braziers get sort of cherry red when they're heated up. It's like
Steam
Looking
coming out from all the
rather
alcohol.
warm.
definitely glowing and definitely fucked up.
Excellent. Okay. We are. Rolio. She is now in the entrance of the adjacent alleyway.
Yeah, I'll use my bonus action to move the moonbeam back onto her. It was con save again for 14.
13.
He's half damage then, so I rolled a 10 in total.
She didn't roll 13. If it's 14, she failed.
Oh, yeah, then. Yeah, full 10 points of radiant damage.
10 points.
And then Guiding Bolt, which is 25 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
And then 46. Oh, it's disappointment. So grand total of 7 points of damage. Radiant damage
Awesome.
again.
Oh, radiant as well. Okay. Oh yeah, doesn't make any difference. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, she's definitely looking bloodied now. We go on to Gottel.
Definitely feeling a little bit the worse for wear. However, I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on myself. I'm nearly down,
Fair enough.
so I shall heal up a bit.
I wasn't picking on you deliberately. I always roll a d4 when we're dishing out who's getting attacked.
I wouldn't care if you were picking on me deliberately. I'm just healing up a bit because
Yeah, no. I'm
taking a
definitely
bit of
not. It is the roll of the dice.
I did insult her quite badly, so I'm quite all right with being picked on. It's fine.
Is there anything else from Gottel, or are you just healing yourself for this round?
Just a little bit, the spectacles, testicles, wallet, and watch sort of thing. Yeah, everything's still there, still connected. Got all my nuts and bolts going on. Right, so, yeah, little shitbag.
Well, we go to Opal.
So, how close is he?
I'll say she's 20 feet to the to the adjacent.
All right. Can
Can't-
Bear in mind,
I?
there's a giant moonbeam on her. It's 2d10 if you go into that.
Mm-hmm. Is she? She's not a fiend, is she?
Yes.
She's a fiend. Okay.
Well, would Gossel would you? You can make a I would call it a straight up intelligence check, or religion if you want to.
I can do the intelligence,
Yeah, I
but
don't know what the measure of
if
that
it
would be, but yeah, if you want to do
but if it is
intelligence,
a fiend, I've got advantage. So should I roll with advantage or not?
well, no, because if you don't know what it is to begin with,
This
then
is my hunter's bane, so this is like an ability.
An innate ability.
what's the wording of it? You know if there's
You
a
have
fiend.
advantage on wisdom survival checks to track fey, fiends, or undead, and you have advantage on intelligence ability checks to recall information about them.
What was the advantage on was it intelligence ability? Did you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, so do an intelligence roll to know if find out if you know it's a fiend. Is the way I interpret it. I might be wrong.
No, it's hunter's bane. It's like an ability. It's not.
Oh,
I
okay,
don't
so
need
if
to
you think
think if
if
it
you
is. I don't think. I don't need to think. Oh, is he a fiend or not?
you know
It's
it's a
just.
fiend.
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, okay, that's fine then. That's fine. That's my bad.
Okay. Uh,
I can't know everything, I'm afraid.
natural 20. That's okay. That's okay. Natural 20.
Yes, 100%.
We are rolling
Okay.
well tonight.
I know. I don't know what's happening. So she's close to me. And I will attack her with another Ailey blast. Okay, I did. Okay, 18 plus. Sorry, guys, I
One.
can show you the dice. 21. Sorry, it's just,
What, 21 damage?
no, it's the to hit.
Yeah, well, that hits. Yep.
5 points of force damage she gets.
Cool, okay. Blimey.
And that's me.
That's you. It's her. And,
On save, please, Billy.
she's pretty wounded. Cool, no worries. Con save is 19 plus 3.
Yeah, so it's half 7, so 3 points of radiant.
3 was that?
Yes.
Okie dokie, that puts her there. She's well on the way to half hit points and bloodied. No one's in melee range of her. So let's see. No one's stepped forward, have they? Okay, it's gonna be Opal. Can you
How
make
many feet is she away from me?
probably about 20 foot?
Okay, what do you want to do?
Could you give me a wisdom saving throw, please?
Okay. 15.
You kind of feel she's trying to command your will, but doesn't go off, and she just spits and on the floor. She turns, uses a flight speed of 60 feet, and flees away.
Do we have an opportunity attack?
No, no one's close enough.
No, I mean, but with a spell, with a cantrip.
You could take a reaction, but you're not going to get an opportunity attack. She is fleeing, and she's away from you, so she can get away.
I have a reaction. I point my finger to her. And she, I don't know. She might not take any damage, but she needs to do a dexterity saving throw.
Ooh, that's cocked. Dexterity. That is 9.
She loses it, so she gets 19 points of fire damage.
That'll be half, so that'll be 5. I'll call it 9. Cool. Okie dokie.
And she's engulfed in flames.
Yeah, she kind
The
of
hail is rebuke.
She kind of just shrugs it off, like it doesn't bother her in the slightest. Being,
I thought so, but
Yeah.
that was something she could do as a reaction.
but you just hear the beating of wings, and she's gone down the corridor or down the opposing alleyway. And
Well,
we'll drop out of initiative unless
I
anyone
guess
else
we
is-
better inform the authorities in the morning that this little shit knocking around the town.
Yes.
That's a good point. Let's do one of you roll me a d20. You represent the authorities, and this was the amount of noise I'm rolling.
15.
Yeah. It wasn't a long enough encounter, and there wasn't enough noise that anyone's really noticed. The only people that have noticed were people in bedrooms above the alleyway, who sort of looked out their window, and they've seen something go on, and they've kind of just kept themselves to themselves. They haven't noticed. They're not gonna go ratting on you. Let's put it that way.
Let's go home. I think we
Let's
need a
go
nap.
home and I can get the WD-40 out.
Oh, I don't know if I can heal you though. That's the thing.
Well, you know, I think healing works just the same, but we're going home and I get some rest and a bit of WD-40 and maybe a rub down.
Healing
the
spell
joint with
has
sandpaper.
no. You're not a you are a construct, aren't you?
Yes.
So I can't use healing word. I can
Yes.
use can't use cure wounds either.
You can. I think we said this in the previous campaign that it had an effect.
Right. Okay. Then I'll use healing word. For
Very kind of you. Oh, it is.
Because otherwise, I'd have to be a real bastard and be like, "No, you must go to an artificer and have them do healing." But because there's no real, so wizards introduced the construct, the what do they call them now? The
Warforged.
Warforged. But there was no actual way of explaining how to heal them. So I would say yes, magical healing does do something to aid them and repair
cast mending.
Yeah, actually, no, you laugh, but mending I would say would have a bonus. Actually, if you can cast mending, I would give you a bonus for it because that's
Okay. We'll do it that way then. We'll do mending and then 9 points.
So what's mending do? How much damage?
It doesn't do anything. So the spell repairs a single break or tear in an object, such as a broken chain link to halves.
Okay, so what I'll do is I'd say spend a spell slot on mending.
Cantrip. Yeah.
Okay, so it's a cantrip, so it's free, and you can do the highest level of healing you can do, linked, and it intertwines with mending.
Yeah. So 2 spell slots.
And
one spell.
No, so you can do it for free.
Yeah.
You're channeling healing through mending. So you're doing this.
Right. Okay.
You're doing it for free. You're not using any spell slots, and that explains how Gossel gets healed without it being healing, if that makes sense.
Perfect. Yeah, 10 points then, buddy.
and you get to do that for free.
Yes. I am now your mechanic. In
Excellent.
game and in real life.
Because I think in
I am a
reality,
mechanical man.
I think in reality is it would be look because he's a construct, he would actually have to go and seek out an artificer.
Mm.
And so I would say, yes, you can do that for free. But if he was like reduced to 1 hit point, that won't have any effect, and you will have to find an artificer that will put him back together. And if Gottle goes down, then yeah, you are going to have to find an artificer.
And the tech.
The machine spirit needs healing.
I'm gonna head back home, I think.
I'm going to have to change my spell slots a lot because I've got nothing that's useful in combat. It's like no, they're all for show and for comedy purposes.
Well, do you know what though? That was kind of like I was thinking to myself, we haven't had combat in a while. I want to do something that's a little bit more exciting tonight, so I did want to throw in a combat encounter. So I think we've done that.
I clicked onto who she was pretty much instantly.
I knew you did. I could see it in your face.
Yes, well, I was down to single figures at one point there.
Oh shit!
Renegades not that intelligent.
All right. Well, we'll work out the mechanics on the fly. Seat of the pants mechanics. That's how you can heal him. But we will work out if Gottle gets between certain thresholds, then we might have to start. Because I don't think healing should cover it, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Because there is that spark of life in a Warforged that there is something to work off there, surely.
Yeah, I think it's something we can work on together. I'm going to put in a little appendices to myself.
Have a little think on, because I did cast Cure Wounds on myself at one point.
Yeah,
in
okay.
that encounter, so
I'll
retcon that.
I will do this. Shout out to myself. Hey, DM, editor, we need to work on how does Warforged healing work? Figure it out for next time. Thanks.
unless as a mechanic for myself, because I'm a Warforged, my own Cure Wounds works, potentially.
There's got to be a way. There has to be a way of explaining
Have a
it,
think on. Let us know which way
yeah.
it goes, and if not, I'll start carrying around a spare parts repair bin.
I mean, there's got to be a way of explaining it, but I don't think that Wizards ever actually explained how it works for a construct. But I mean, it's certainly not biological healing, so it's got to be some way of. Anyway,
yeah, just need to get an artificer in the game.
Great.
There'll be a
we're
way
gonna
of
kidnap
explaining
that
it.
little drunken dwarf bastard and take him with us, then, are we?
We'll find.
We'll have an old guy and a drunken wolf.
We'll find a way. So you head home.
Yes.
Gottle feeling, if it's possible to, a little sore. But you do arrive back at your residence, perfectly fine. Obviously, there's no doodle. You can rest up and find yourselves in the next day, so everyone can take a long rest. If anyone wants to grab a quick drink, they can. I'm going to do so. So here we go. You all receive. Well, you'll have a lovely evening's sleep, following your clattering at the hands of this Cambion child. But in the morning, perhaps Doodle has reappeared sometime in the wee hours. Looking rather worse for wear, but he is making your breakfast. The usual bacon, eggs. Comes a bang at the door. Well, that's not very good, is it? That's going to do a... No, well, sound effect wise, rubbish. Comes a banging at the door. And is anyone going to answer it, or are you going to let Doodle answer it?
I'm dying in a hangover at the table.
Yeah, you're all probably still well, apart from Gottle, Opal, and Rodeo. You are hungover, yes.
I'm just like face planting the table. I'm not going to answer anything.
I'm taking a bath.
I will let our amusingly decorated butler answer.
Yeah, there are no mirrors, so he hasn't actually worked out that you've shaved an eyebrow or drawn his face or anything like that. He hasn't worked it out yet.
I've given him a horsehair Mohican, I know that much.
Well, he's sporting this, goes and answers the door, and a dwarf sort of is a bit taken aback by his appearance. But he sort of studies himself. He is quite a stout dwarven male. He wears a blue shirt with trousers, big boots, sleeves are rolled up, and he wears a brigandine armor embossed with the emblem of the watch. He looks middle-aged with a mid-length salt and pepper beard, thinning hair, and piercing blue eyes. And he says, "Well met. I've been sent to summon you to an audience with the Watch Commander Gildane Izzard." He eyes up.
Dougal.
Thank you. He eyes him up. He's like, "I'm not sure this is an invitation for you. However, I'm looking for an Opal Ivy, a Gottel, and a Rolio."
And just appears above my head. Really is not a very good hangover.
We got told that we might get summoned a little bit ago. You've not caught us at our best this morning. We had a heavy night down at the Drunken Fungus, or whatever it's called.
Well, might I suggest a strong pot of coffee and some bacon sandwiches? Because you...
Dougal, get on it.
Hey, I'm talking. Don't interrupt me, lad.
Oh my god, you're loud.
You are due to set sail by 11 bells for the Watch Commander's Tower. You've got precisely 1.5 hours to be ready and at the docks on board your ship.
And how many bells is that?
We have had 9.5 bells already.
That's a lot of whiskey.
I
sure you haven't
recommend
got a drinking
you
problem?
don't drink whiskey, you drink coffee and get sober, because you're going soon.
I'm as sober as the next man. Unfortunately, I'm stood next to Rolio. Hey!
Tidy yourselves up
He's suffering.
and get ready to go. I'll be back presently to collect you.
Righty-ho. You're going to have a good morning and a bagel or something to
I don't eat bagels.
Well, never mind then. We'll see you later.
I
You'll
hope
see
your
me
day's as
soon.
pleasant as you are.
You'll see me soon. I'll be right back.
Copy, Dougal.
Okay, so, right, breakfast. Away we go.
And
I don't need breakfast, but
you close the door. You close the door, and you do see from out the window. He hasn't actually gone anywhere. He's literally just pacing up and down outside.
Well, he was a rude little shit, wasn't
God,
he?
what an idiot.
Imagine coming to somebody else's house and being all shouty like that. Jeez.
He needs to take his tone down.
I think his mother
Yes,
was
it
a
does.
traffic warden or something. Like that, or
Oh, stop making me laugh. My head killing me.
Sainsbury's customer service employee or something like that. Maybe you could get a second job at PowerGen. Jeez.
I'm gonna start drinking coffee.
Yes, let's have some good breakfast. So I'll start making bacon with eggs.
Come on, pretty Dougal, let's go.
Doodles just slumped over the counter. I don't think I'm much good today.
Right, so as the sober one, I suppose I better make breakfast. Jesus.
There was a man in the bar. He got the wrong idea about bum cocktails.
Oh dear.
That's all right. At least he got made pretty before it. Be right.
I think I might go back to bed.
Right, off you go.
We'll-
We'll be out for a couple of days, so don't go skanking the place up. If you do go skanking up any of the rooms, make sure it's Opal's.
All right. Thank you.
What?
Nothing, Opal. It's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. It's all right. It's just giving the butler here some instructions to keep your room especially tidy. So I was.
Opal, did you? I'm sorry to ask, but did you find a little? It looks like a plug with a very wide end on it.
You trying to kill
And tell
Dougal off?
not to come back to my room ever again if you want to leave.
I'm sure I left it. All right, never mind.
Right. So breakfast here. There you go. Buff buff. Dougal can make his own when he's sobered up and when he's found out he's got half a horse's ass stapled to his head.
I demolish breakfast and coffee.
You take your breakfast and you do again the pounding at the door. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh my god, this man is really annoying. At least I hope he's not shouting this time.
Just leave him there for a bit. He'll be fine.
Boom, 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 boom.
He'll
Yeah.
go away in a bit.
Open the
Just say
door
nothing.
now! It's time to go!
I mean, does one of you two want to go and answer that door? Because I don't want to
Boom,
speak
boom,
to
boom,
them
boom, boom.
for a while.
He can wait a bit, it's fine.
You say that, a sturdy dwarven boot bashes through the door, kicks it in. It's time to go! Now!
I go close to him and please stop shouting. And also, this is our bank account, so I give him our bank account to send us the money for the door you broke. Thank you.
He looks you straight up, always pressing his nose up to your face. I don't give a fuck. Time to go. Now!
Yes, but your commander will give a fuck, so please stop shouting.
He will, I can quite assure you, not give a fuck. Now move it!
The more you shout, the less we move.
Lead the way, Macduff. You lead, we'll follow. Away you go. Wrap up your bacon, boaties, we'll go. It's better than him shouting.
He takes a stick and he places it underneath his arm, very much Sergeant Majorish. Right! To the docks! Let's go! Double fast! And he starts plodding off.
Right, so he's got his back turned to us, has he?
For now,
Right, I'm going to press to digitate him, and he can soil his trousers as he's marching.
is that how it works? You can make, you can incorporate his bodily
You
functions.
instantaneously clean or soil an object no larger than 1 cubic foot.
Yes, okay, that's perfectly fine.
I was going to cast reduce on him, but there we go.
Does he know that he's done this, or is this like it just happens?
I mean, you know, any toddler who's ever gone past the turtle in his nappy would probably know that there was a bit of soilage going on down there.
I was just thinking, is it like a Captain Mannering where it's like something's happened and he doesn't realise it, acting all pompous, but actually.
Oh no,
the comedic
there'd be
effect.
squelching.
Oh really?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
You can't see it because his back's to you, but he's got an uncomfortable look on his face. But for his pride of his work, he's soldiering on regardless. But he knows it, and everyone else knows it. There's something not quite right.
He is. I don't take well to being shouted at.
Out. Whether or not he lets you know that he knows, he will lead you to the docks, and there is a small a yacht. It's not a big boat. It's just a yacht. On the larger end of a yacht, it's a double-masted yacht with a couple of cabins.
Well, it's nearly a
galley,
sloop.
kitchen. Nearly a sloop, yeah, nearly a sloop, but not big enough to be a sloop. It's not
All
square.
right.
It's not square rigged. It's where you got like your booms
Yeah.
with your your triangular shape.
So what you're
sails.
trying to say is it's a big yacht.
It's a big yacht. It's a big yacht.
Awesome. Great stuff. I'm glad we've got the correct naval terminology
Yes,
there.
yeah. It's not armed. There's no cannons or nothing like that. It's almost like a pleasure craft. But yeah, you're taken aboard. I think a schooner is probably closer to what I'm talking about. Taken aboard, and he stands there and he salutes you all. He puts his hand up to his forehead and says, "Sail well," and scratching his backside. "I'm hopeful the watch commander will have a much better time by you than I did." And
Be sure you've had a pleasant walk down to the boats.
Well, it's I've been very comfortable, thank you very much. He's putting on a brave face, but then you sort of see him. He stamps his foot and turns and walks away, and you can see him just scratching at his backside as he goes, realizing that things aren't quite so lovely as they should be.
All is not rosy in the garden.
Can I use control water to make him push him off into the docks?
You want to use magic to aggressively do something to someone?
No, just control water.
You want to use magic in a controlled environment?
Probably not then. There.
Yeah, I mean, go
It'd
for
be
it.
nice.
Go for it if you want to.
No, I'll get arrested.
I wish I never said nothing now, because I'd like to have seen the consequences.
I just rescind my actions.
The crew kind of do their bits and bobs to get the boat underway. The skipper is a half-elf woman. I'm making this up because I didn't give a crew to the boat, but I did have a boat. She's a half-elf woman called Eve, and pardon me. She just welcomes you all aboard, and she'll say to you, "Hello, and thank you for joining us. We basically run a ferry service. I have a small flotilla of boats at my disposal. This is my sort of swiftest one, and I take sort of more pleasure guests between here and the headland on the other side of the bay. It is a couple of days sail, but we will get there in all haste. So thank you for joining us. I understand you're guests of the Watch Commander, so I will do my best to get you there as quickly as possible. And I hope you have a pleasant stay. We are not a military outfit here. We are just, we are paid for our services in sailing people from A to B. So I hope you have a pleasant stay. If there's anything you need, please do let us know. We have an excellent store of bum on board and bin, and we always have a lovely selection of wines. And so please do help yourselves in the galley. I do have a staff, but they mostly operate the boat itself. So thank you very much, and enjoy your trip.
Great, thank you.
Thank you, Captain.
Oh no, not captain. I'm skipper. Just skipper.
Skipper.
Yes, we're not that formal here.
Look at him. I'm just gonna head to the front of the ship and just sit there.
I'm sorry, you're the pirate, and you're calling it the front of the ship.
Yes, it's also 10 to 11 at night.
The bow of the yacht.
Bow. Yeah, the bow. Yeah, the bow. Bow. Been a long day, man.
For listeners and watchers, this is a man that lives in Plymouth, as they call themselves, the Ocean City. and he claims
Yes.
to be a pirate.
My character's a pilot. I can't actually stand boats in real life. Fun fact.
Well, there we are. He's a fraudster. Right. Shall we leave it that you are on way? It's a 2-day sail to the headland. I'm not going to go. We've got limited time now before we reach the end of the session. Anyway, I don't want to go too far into the next part. The next part and the next couple of episodes following will be the conclusion of this particular story arc, where the story will evolve into something else. So good place to leave it. We said at the start, so we're safe for, is it next session or next session we have to skip it?
I
The
think
next session we'll be skipping. Baina won't be here for the next
session
session.
we're skipping. Okay, so podcast listeners, YouTube viewers, we're going to have a break. So in the next fortnight, oh God, what was the date? Let's just get the date.
the 4th of July will be the
4th
break.
of July. 4th of July. Independence Day.
We are
if
back
you're an
on the
American.
18th.
There we are. The 18th of July will be the next session. Independence Day, we will not be here because we'll be facing aliens and fighting them in F-16 fighters is what we'll be doing. So we'll see you. Slightly a bit of a longer gap, but we'll see you again towards the mid-end of July for episode 17. So thanks very much for watching, listening. Thank you to my players for enjoying this episode. I hope they did. I certainly did. And we'll see you all very soon. Bye-bye. Whoops.
Goodbye.
I was
Goodbye.
meant to stop recording.